Hello everybody, welcome back to SnowRunner. Just paused at this point to explain what I'm doing. I have just emptied the scout fuel carrier that has been outside our garage into this semi-trailer that is staged at the little crossroads kind of area. So I've now got a Hummer's fuel tank plus roof fuel cans about full. And then I've got a completely empty Scout fuel carrier trailer attached to the back. And the reason for that is that I was looking through my the tasks on my profile and noticed a couple of tasks that I haven't done or tagged. So the only task I've got left to do that's already tagged is power lines check, which again is another one for the scout to come and do. There's only a couple of power line points left to explore, but I want to get up there with the scout probably. I think the scout, although the Tiger maybe could do that. And then just for completeness as well, off cam I used the Tiger to move the other semi-trailer fuel carrier up to this factory area. So I've got one, and this one's not full, but I've got one at the north side of the map and then another one at the south side of the map. But what I noticed in my profile is some tasks, and I do wish that you could sort these tasks in this by which map they're on, but anyway, leave that aside. Some tasks in Northport, like lost oil tank and can't go to waste, that I haven't found those tasks yet. So long story short, I had a look on Map Runner and the lost oil tank is, I did drive down this road to pick up an upgrade, but there's something about here to do with finding a scout fuel trailer and returning it to a location. And I've not been to that part of the map, and it's outside the watchtower area. So it's one that I would have missed without the tip to look in the profile to see the task completion, and then combining that with either Map Runner or searching all of the grey fog of war parts of the map, which I would have done that type of exploration probably off cam, because otherwise you're talking hundreds of episodes if I have to explore every bit of grey map myself. So that's one thing that I've found. And then the other one, which is a bit strange for Map Runner, but basically there's a task here to recover a vehicle, and I can see a vehicle in this little compound. I can't zoom in any closer, unfortunately, but I can see the outline of a vehicle. I don't know where it's got to be delivered to, but I've got to get up there. I don't know whether to try and do that with the dairy, but then it's a bit of a twisty little road. But it looks like a big enough truck that I probably wouldn't be able to tow it with a scout. So, and I suspect, although I can't see for sure, it might be a case of just towing that from there to there. I don't know. But it's so that's the two tasks that I haven't been able to identify yet. So what I thought, let's get moving. I'm talking while let's get driving. What I thought I'd do is, because the first one that I'm going to do is recovering a scout fuel trailer, I thought empty the one that I've got, go in there, get as close as I can to 90% of the fuel transferred from the one that I've got to recover into this one, deliver the one that they need delivering, and then park this one with hopefully some fuel back in it at the garage again. So that's the plan. And I'm going to be taking this off-road trail in the Hummer. No wide vehicles. Do not follow sat nav. That's good advice generally. Ooh, that's interesting. Nice little, what looks like a icy bank for the trail. So come in here unsuspecting without chains and you're probably going to skate straight down there and end up in a ditch. Again though, telling me while I was coming down that icy rock, or what looks like an icy rock, that my diff lock was going to smash me diff. Strangeness. Right, so this should tell me what the task is. We've got here, finally. Accept, start tracking, and I can see it's down there somewhere. So now, let's have a think about how do I get there. Probably this, isn't it? I expect. So what I want to do is back this trailer up and leave it like so ish. Yeah, leave that one there. That is empty, so I'm relying on the fuel that's in my vehicle. And then I think I go down what looks like a washed out stream or a dried up stream. Ooh, bridge did a little bit of jankiness on me. This is quite cool. I like this little bit of terrain. This looks smart. And I wouldn't have explored this if I didn't see on the profile page I was missing a task. I probably wouldn't have come down here. Or maybe I should have done, because I probably could have seen enough on the map. This will end up being an empty... I haven't got there yet. This will end up being an empty trailer, won't it? All that effort to drag in an empty to steal their fuel, and it served me right that this is probably an empty trailer. No, I don't want to recover. It was a misclick. Yeah, it's full. Okay, cool. So that means I can steal some of their fuel. Nice. It's easier to turn it with a winch than it is to try and maneuver it into backing onto it. Now I can get on it. Yeah, this is definitely a bit of nice icy slope that would catch you out if you came in to do this without chains on. Taste of what's to come in some of the later maps, from what I gather from watching other people's content. Little slopes and ramps that you can't get past unless you've got chains on. Careful, bit of engine damage. Right, now how close to 90 litres can I leave in this? So I want to transfer everything that I can from this carrier to that carrier. And then I want to try and put back Alright, so that'll do it. So if I say this should be fairly close. If I say stick 14 litres from the Hummer in there, and then stick 40 litres from the roof, from the trunk, and 40 from the roof, that puts 94 in this carrier. And then the Hummer can be filled up, filled up, filled up. And that leaves me with an overall profit, minus getting out of here, of 756 litres of fuel. That's like 2 tasks for the thirsty girl. There we go. One problem solved, many more still on the table. Help is appreciated. Help is appreciated as always. Yeah, they don't mind at all that I'm nicking their fuel. Let's get this hooked on and then just spin it round. So I am going to recover this trailer and vehicle and my ill-gotten gains. Probably off cam. I'll get this back to the garage. So let's leave it there. Yeah, let's leave that there a sec. So what we're going to do now is with the Royal BM, we're going to come down here. I thought about using the Derry for it. I briefly contemplated using the Derry, but I think the Royal BM is probably the more maneuverable thing through what looks like some quite twisty bits of road. And we're going to come and see what this truck is that needs picking up. And the BM is close enough that it's worth using this. It's quite a fast vehicle, more manoeuvrable than the Derry, and I haven't used it enough yet to have much formed an opinion. I just moved the fuel trailer with it and it did fine at that, but yeah, quite like to use it enough to form a view of it really. No diff locks, but I've had a couple of comments saying that doesn't really make too much difference to it. It's still a pretty capable vehicle, which is nice to see. And as always, thank you for the comments. They help me anyway, and they also encourage me to maybe do things or try things that I wouldn't naturally experiment with. So no, it's good. It enhances my gameplay, my enjoyment of the game. And when I look at YouTube analytics, everything's trending in the right way for a channel that is growing. I've got 65 at the time of recording this subscribers, and the number of returning viewers is more than that. There's quite a lot of people who come back most days to view the videos who aren't subscribed, and that's fine. I get it. I understand that, and I'm not in any way precious about that, but it's more rewarding that people are viewing them than worrying about specific numbers anywhere. If people are viewing them, then it's all good as far as I'm concerned. Well, that's an interesting little thing. What's this then? Can't go to waste. What's that little vehicle then? Task. Mitch, people around here say a lot of good things about you. Oh, that's nice of them, isn't it? I need your services. Local fella named Noah left town with his family a few months back and they abandoned their truck. Can you get it to me? So I'm being asked to help him steal a truck, am I? Fine. Can't go to waste, can it? So I'm tracking it. That's the truck. Yeah, as I guessed, it's to that other location. Which isn't far, so that's alright. That's not too bad. And what is this truck? What does the map say it is? Lodestar 1700. Is that one that we can get and own? Can you buy that? It's kind of almost small enough to be a big pickup rather than a small truck. Which is how I felt about the crocodile when I saw it. That crocodile is almost small enough. You can put a high saddle on it. It would probably look silly. But you can put a high saddle on it. But you ought to be able to tow scout trailers with it. It's small enough to just have a regular tow ball on the back. It can have the specially coded Tega tyres on it. And I was thinking for a mud map, it might be quite a fun little thing to use as a scout, because it's got a scout trailer sized fuel tank. If you wanted to do a fuel tank on it, you've got a 900 litre fuel tank. You're scouting for days in that, wouldn't you? I like that. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't bring the Derry. I think I might have been able to bully my way through because the Derry is a powerful truck, but this is more manoeuvrable and this is rated as off-road. Taker could have done this as well, but... Oh, I've lost... No. Oh, I turned the engine off, didn't I? What an idiot. Did I turn the engine off on the bridge? Anyway, I've lost my winch. So I've got to go back and pick up the truck that I just left on the bridge. I must have turned the engine off. Not quite low enough. I haven't put an advanced winch on this because I haven't really spent much money on it. And those winches are expensive. So it hasn't got the extra length winch. Don't really like the way that's to the right of me, but I can't do much about it because it hasn't got a center winch point. Alright, see if we can get up here without dropping my winch. Right, where were we? This is about where we got to, isn't it? But I realised I was a bit light. Right, I will deliberately drop the winch this time and get a winch point to slingshot me around the corner a little bit. And reattach. This is where the not having a diff lock hurts. Because the only reason I'm not moving now is because I haven't got a diff lock to give me traction. They haven't gone too far to get the truck. I might have done. Yeah, I have. No. Get this past the tree and then see if I can get it up the slope. But I might end up caterpillaring this the whole way. Because the terrain is uneven enough that you've got wheels off the ground. And that scenario, basically, without a diff lock, means you ain't going nowhere, mate. And it's horrible jankiness with the trees and rocks. I can't see anything in the dark, especially. I know the tree I want to get to is that one. See if that'll help. Pulling me down more than it's pulling the truck up. Alright, okay. I'm regretting the choice of truck here. Because this, the Taker would have stormed up it. So I get that this isn't the truck's fault. The terrain here is pretty horrible. But yeah, this is being made more difficult by the limitations of the vehicle. I've got to try and get it forward a bit more to get past the... If it tips over, I'm recovering it and selling it. Just saying. Right. Now, just try and do something to get it. As we all know, loaf would have done this much easier. The loaf would have dragged both of these up that hill by now. Just need to get this far enough forward that I can get it past that tree once the truck's up the hill a bit. That should do it. So it's pulling now. Now that I've threatened to sell it, if it doesn't do its job properly, it's suddenly working. Ish. But in that's because it's on flatter terrain, so the lack of a diff lock doesn't make so much difference. It is that uneven terrain causing some of your wheels to be off the ground. So right, so that's the second of the ones that I think I missed. And I think that's the second of two. I don't think there's anything else that I'm missing. So, quick look. So I want to look at this one a sec. In Mountain River. Because I'm pretty sure there's a lot of parts, but this is the one I was talking about where it is possible to fix this. I just hadn't activated the task, the contract. So this one, I need to get 2 lots of metal beams, 2 lots of service parts, medium pipes, small pipes. So I can get the 2 service parts from there. I can get the 2 lots of metal beams from there. Let me select that one. Okay. So that lets me have the medium pipes and small pipes. So basically that one can all be done from this side. And I think I should do that. So that's the job for the thirsty girl. Good old Paystar. And I think I've got time to make that work for this episode. And because it opens up that pipeline, it makes the road travel for some of the other stuff that I'll want to do easier. So I think I'm going to come in and do that one next. And that is a job for the thirsty girl with her 5 slots of cargo plus a loading crane. And what time is it now? Nearly 2 AM. So I'm going to drive this up into Mountain River. I'm not going to load any cargo on this map because I've just confirmed by checking the map. Let's put some lights on. That I can get all of the cargo I need in Mountain River. So I'm going to drive this into Mountain River and see you guys there. Right, here we are in Mountain River. Just coming up to where we can get the 2 service parts for this pipeline contract. I am going to just drop a trailer here rather than taking it in and having to turn it round. Although, funnily enough, I've just realised this is where I left the other trailer. I might as well have just come in without a trailer, but anyway. Fine. So 2 lots of service parts loaded up. Service parts onto the loading platform, please. It's only the 2, won't take long. Right, go reattach that trailer. The delivery points are fairly close. You don't really need a trailer to do this task. Probably wouldn't be much quicker, but every little helps when you're driving the first to go. Grab some fuel while we're here. And then, just so I know where I'm going. So I've got to drive the first delivery in there. So again, I'll drop the trailer at the top of the hill so I don't have to tow it down the hill. It's only 170 meters ahead. Leave the trailer there for a minute. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Whoa. Whoa there, boy. I nearly did a silly. You know what? When I was scouting this map, I thought this looks like something you should be able to fix. And I suppose I didn't really think about the fact that it could be a contract rather than a task. And I may not have unlocked this contract at that point in time either. So, unload, unload. Back her up, get my trailer back. And then we'll go around to the other side and get the pipes, I think, next. Oh, 27. Oh, you know what? I didn't repair this either, did I? I'm running dangerously here. Yeah, that front wheel is almost busted, almost gone. I should repair this, really. There's a maintenance trailer back in that service depot that we just loaded the service parts at. I should have attached up. I forgot that I had bashed the hell out of my wheels earlier in a previous episode. Let's try and be a little bit careful, get this task done and then get back and repair on the way out. 2 points of damage. Although I don't actually think I went over anything major then. Right, so maneuver this so that I can load the trailer. I'm thinking maybe something like I've got to be in the yellow box so that I can activate the cargo load, but out of the red box so I don't conflict, and close enough to the trailer to be able to put stuff in it. That probably works, doesn't it? So cargo, I want one medium pipe. Let's just double check. I want one medium pipe and one small pipe, please. So one medium pipe on the loading platform. Done. Packed. Let's get it done. It's a good truck, isn't it? No bother whatsoever. No drama. Apart from when I rolled it in the stupidest gully in the last episode. Right, there we are. Unload, unload. And now all we need is 2 lots of metal beams, which we can get right behind ourselves. So, try and back her up with this trailer. not always easy. Should do. 2 lots of metal beams and then we're done. That pipe's fixed then. I'm glad I spotted that, because if I hadn't spotted that, I might have been just treating that as one of the kind of permanent obstacle type things they do. And cursing it as I drove around the detour every time. Bit cheeky this, but it works. It usually works anyway. But it works very well. Look at that, look. Professional. So cargo, metal beams on the loading platform. 1. And let's get it delivered. 1, 2. Pipeline is operational with stupid anti-terrorist barriers in the way. Nice XP though, 780. Cash, meh, it's alright. Just under 5 grand. So I think that's probably it. But you can see that now makes our routes much easier. So this particular, this next task wants 2 lots of planks from the sawmill. Oh, sorry, 1 lot of planks from the sawmill and 2 lots of fuel. And now we don't need to do the detour for that. In fact, you know what? Looking at the duration of the episode, I was going to wrap the episode there, but I think I can make this work. I think I can get that done. So it's attach, and it's a 3-slot mission, so this truck is perfect for it. I suppose I should be a little bit cautious about fuel, but I'll leave the trailer for a minute. I'll pick it up on the way past. But there's a task right nearby, and I might as well just do it while I'm here with this truck. Careful, don't do any more damage. till you can get to that maintenance trailer. Because some of the supply depots that I've found, in fact, the ones I've checked, I haven't checked them all, but the ones I've checked so far, you can get service parts replenished, but not wheels. So it might even be that there's a limit on wheels, and therefore be careful. Don't know. I assume there will be a resupply zone somewhere that does wheels, but the one that I found, that I checked so far, doesn't. So I'm going to play it cautious and mend first. Repair. So I need a total of 98 repair points. So that's for suspension though. What's it now telling me about my wheels? Yeah, so that front wheel is still A. So you can't repair wheels. You have to, when they get to 0, you have to replace them. So you can't use repair points to fix wheels. Okay, understood. So you either fix that in a garage by paying the 2,500, or you wait until they're broken, which is inconvenient, and then fix them from a trailer like this. Because this trailer can fix wheels, it just isn't available as an option because it's not actually broken from a. Fine, I get it. I should drive more carefully. That's a twist to the hard mode that I hadn't really appreciated before. Cargo, wooden planks onto the loading platform. 1, and I think I only need the 1. 1 wooden planks, 2 fuel. Crane. Service hub. There's no resupply zone here, I don't think. No. If you were at a maintenance trailer with this truck and you knew that that front left wheel was almost dead, you would just switch it. It's a bit of a shame that they don't give you that option, I suppose. Don't need this for this mission, but I just want to get it moved up the road a bit. The trailer, that is. Fuel on the loading platform. Back to cargo. So what I want to do, I think I ought to go and get, I'm not going to pay the fuel up here because I've still got some fuel in a trailer just up the road and I can actually see the trailer. So what I think I'm going to do though is pull this trailer with me a little bit. Just put it on the road here out of the way, on the side of the snow. I'll do it. I'll leave it there for a minute. Grab some fuel, do this delivery, and then that'll be the end of the episode. She was down to 38 and I was a little, I kind of could tell, or it felt like I would get there, do the delivery and then run out, which would suck because I'd have to bring another truck in to do a fuel rescue. Let's get this delivered. Make sure I know where it would help them, wouldn't it? Yeah. Be very careful of that front wheel now. She's going to blow relatively soon, and it's bound to be in a situation that's least convenient. So we ended up getting quite a little bit done, considering that this episode started with a bit of scouting and identifying tasks that had been missed in the original scouting activity. We've ended up really getting quite a lot done, which is nice. 1, 2, 3. And I kind of like those 3-slot missions because they just justify the reason for having this vehicle. So I can see behind me there's a curtain sider. That curtain sider obviously has to be delivered somewhere. I can see where it is by tagging that task again. I know I'm pretty sure I've got this task, but let's just... so I know what I'm in for at the start of the next episode. I'm not delivering this in this episode, I'm just coming back out of my own interest really. But coming in without a trailer means I can tow this one out with me when I go. Engine off. What's the task? Environmental issue. So start tracking it. Take this trailer from here to the research zone. And the research zone looks like it's some little camp in the middle of nowhere. Fine. That's not a bad task to do in this truck. But that will be next episode. So, thank you very much for watching. It feels like there's a lot to do in Alaska still. But it also feels like we're making pretty good progress at each episode. So I'm pleased with how things are going. I'm enjoying it. I hope to see you in the very next episode. And in the meantime, thank you and goodbye.